Howdy, y'all. Welcome on in. My name's Thorn. Welcome to Tavern. Hopefully, you guys are well. Hopefully, everything is going well. Today, I'm going to try to do what I was trying to do yesterday and try to make redstone diodes work as well as the electrum situation. Hopefully, get those done today. Should be a nice and simple process. Hopefully. But in any case, hopefully, we'll see you guys here. Hopefully, have a nice time. If you guys are enjoying the content, liking always does help, as well as subscribing if you're new. And of course, hit the notification bell as well. That out of the way. A lot of work to do. First things first, as I was trying to do yesterday before the internet crashed on me, was I was trying to make a quadricopter. Which thankfully is not the worst thing in the world. Anymore. First things first. There is that. Iron gets put away. I know I'm gonna need 7 of this to make the basic copper engine. Then I need a blast furnace and a furnace. A couple of pistons. About 3 cobble. And then some bamboo. Perfecto. And then... do I have... I swear I made an extra one. You know, I don't really care, honestly, all that much, so... and then... the fuel I have downstairs in an area. Thankfully, that was fairly painless. Hopefully, going forward, I'll remember not to break this thing. Bum, bum, bum. That's such a cool way to transfer power. It's like wireless power. Alright, so starting with the beginning of what I was trying to work on was trying to get redstone adjusted. So that being said, I had to divert redstone out, I had to divert quartz out. So for now, I'm getting my 2 cases. Just go here for now. Take a whole stack of shafts. These, I need some of these. And then I'm also going to need some of the casings, so I can case stuff up. So I do know I'm going to have to reverse that, unfortunately, because that's going to have to go a different direction. Actually, no, that I should make it easier. Be putting it there, and then I can put a box there to help transfer it the other direction, so that works. Then it's gonna come out this way. Yes, I really don't even need to do this much. I just need enough just to get the rollers on. So you know what? Let me back this up. We could save on some belt. Then I need these attached. Right. Then I gotta put a basin first, then this thing. Oh. Okay, well that's set up for now. As far as I know, whenever you do the redstone liquid, slowly just goes in, gets turned into the liquid without even thinking about it, so I don't think I need to worry about it. So that means I just pipe out of this, straight out of this, then. Alright, well for now. I want to say that's how that's going to work. Wait, these two separate entities? Ooh. Right, because it's not exactly being shoved off. So that means it has to go here. It has to go here. You know, for the time being, I might actually get off this machine. But then again, I really would rather stay on it. There we go. And then I want it to be round robin. Right now, nothing's working because obviously the belt's not working, but that's fine. Okay, I don't need you anymore. I just need some pipes and some of the gears. One gear, one pipe. Let's see. Trying to think about how to do this so that it has a wheel turner, because I got to put a wheel turner here. You know, I'm just gonna do this. Ooh. Never mind. So that should work. What? I don't understand how item trains work. I imagine it works really easily. Start them on the side, they'll dump. Then they roll across, emptying out. Nice, it works. I guess it just needs to have this thing on the side then. Alright. It's really weird. But can't stop it. Man, that's gonna be a pain to figure out how to get that thing to work. In any case, though, because it looks like it needs to be like this. And this thing has to go to a tank, which will probably go right about there. I also need to go make more pipes. So I'll be right back. I don't get how that thing takes damage every time I land. So it's a fairly soft landing. But whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna need some copper pipes. Also, that's one tank, two tank. Which I probably don't even need that. I just don't know how tall these can go before they get a bit... before they separate out. Okay, they can go pretty tall. Because I don't really need it to be that big. So. I'll take 5 just in case. If I don't need it, I'll bring it back. Okay. And then pipes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Copper and smash copper. Is there no other way to do this? Nah. That's unfortunate. Alright then. We'll just take another couple half stacks. I think we'll just say make a half stack worth, actually. I guess that's another thing I can also do at some point, is also start making pipes now. If I need to automate them, I can automate them now. They are very easily automatable. Same with like a lot of the creations. They're very automatable now at this point. So I may need to consider that. Is there anything else I need? Not really. Just gonna take a minute. Boom. 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 Bum. I know. That took a while. Okay. Doesn't matter. Alright, gives me a couple stacks of pipes. That should do enough work for what I'm doing. If I need more, I'll come back later. Ooh, the gold one's back. Good. Which means the other one is probably on its way, or it's been on its way for a while. Yep. It's fine, they probably just need to refill anyway. I know when I checked, it didn't need to refill, but whatever. Alrighty. So these go into tanks. And then I need to figure out where the quartz is gonna go. Oh, that sucks. Well, actually, since it actually needs to go lower anyway, it actually doesn't suck that much, but it does suck a bit. Sure. Belts, shafts. I'll worry about encasing everything later. It's not really a priority. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, I want to say that this thing works. It should work with tunnels. Let me go check real quick. Ah! Wrong box. That's why let me go put these back. I don't need those right now. So I want to say this thing works like this. Ooh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, kind of saw that coming, so. There. And then this will also be round robin. Just not forced. Brother. And this gets extended all the way out till it lines up with that. And this gets put side to side. and that's where it'll get on. So yeah, I should be able to do that. That's fine. Okay. So now I need pipes. I need a gear. So this now has to come down and to here. Then I need a mechanical pump to go here. I really wish this thing would stop placing there. What was that? What was that? Alright, also, where the heck did I get this from? Oh, is this what I picked up? I probably picked this up. Ah. I know I heard something. So. Okay, that might be a bit too big. Why does that not connect? Alright, well, let's try something different then. Still use this tank. Since you want to be a little fibber. There. Oop. Not glad. I kind of really don't like the way that is, because the spout has to go here. The spout has to go right here. I mean, it doesn't really matter, because it's not really causing any issues. It's just kind of weird. There's not really much I can do to fix it either. Alright, either way, that gets its little of that stuff. And then it has to get ground out. Wait. Oh, right. So I just need another set of these. Okay. Well, most of this is not hard to create here. A couple shafts, and then about 16 of the andesite alloy. And then I gotta go back to get me a iron bar for the drain. I kind of forgot I actually have to grind down the actual redstone stuff that comes out of it. Iron bar. Iron bar, iron casing equals item drain. And that comes over here. Ow. I think this thing needs like a hull enhancement just so it doesn't get damaged that much. But anyways, alright, so that's on that. And then I don't want to immediately go into grinding yet, so I want to give it like a couple spaces first. Okay, then that'll get ground down into its next form. These go here to here. And then I'll extend it a little bit, and that's where it will hopefully go into the crafters. Or I guess this is where it'll go onto a depot. So that way that can be crafted into, or be grabbed by the arm. Okay. For a moment, I'm going to take a minute to pause, and I'm going to go quickly encase all this belt line, since I know these belt lines are a success. That one's fine. I kind of wish that could actually be andesite, but oh well. And then this one's pretty much good to go. I wish that was kind of extended a bit. So that would kind of give a backlog. Which technically can be done. I'll need depot right now. Oh wait, no, it can't. Well, actually, yeah, it can. I just can't place these anywhere else. But here. Oh, crap. Oh, don't tell me the iron belt got stopped by that because of that bull crap. It did. Frick me. I'll go land this right here. Gosh darn it. I don't know if I can even fix it. There we go. Whoops. Okay, that goes back where that belongs. My bad. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. So the only closest place I can make this happen is about here. That's the only place I can do it that won't cause issue and still give it like some ample space to like figure things out. Eh. Do what you gotta do, I guess. Yeah, because I guess there's no really way to stop that from happening. Kind of sucks. Ooh! I was not thinking. For some reason, my brain thought I was in creative mode for a moment. Yeah. So the next part is iron. I gotta divert iron now. Which isn't easy, but I think I should be able to put one here, and I'll just have a belt go out. So it should be fairly simple, I guess. Definitely don't need these anymore for now. So... actually, in fact, I could just connect it to that, too. This is the iron belt, by the way, right? Yes. Brother. That's fine. At least it's fixable. Let's back that up a bit. So this needs to now be a basin. Then this needs to be a mechanical press. And I think if I can just attach to that wheel. And that should make iron ingots. Alright, I just need to borrow a bit of iron. Thank you. Just that way I can set the filter. Alright, we can just throw the rest on the belt. Throw the rest of you back on the belt. Holy crap. Well, that kind of stinks. Oh, I guess I can just do this, never mind. Okay, that good. And then we can go ahead and throw a funnel on that. That works. And this doesn't need to be heated as far as I know. Yeah. And then... frick. Alright, I need a gyrocopter. So this comes out a couple of times, and then we put down the other press. Which that'll just smash the iron into it. into a sheet. Alright, then this can go back. And then... That's the thing, I gotta figure out where to put all this to make sure it doesn't interfere with the belt system. Because I wanted to somehow connect to this belt system. Actually, that should be easy. It should be fairly easy. So what I do instead is I just extend this out. Down another depot. And that gives an ample space in the middle for the arm to grab everything. In fact, just to make it look nice, I'm just gonna do that. Then I gotta set down these first so I can set down its parameters. So assuming I do this right, the inventory should go somewhere over here. And these get connected. Nope, did not mean to do that. That's what I meant to do. I will have to go grab a barrel, but that's fine. Or I guess even a chute. I could just use a chute. That would work just fine. Yeah, because then the chute would just bleh, bleh, bleh onto the belt system. Ooh. But that does mean it has to go up instead. Which is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, good. There's already a spot where I can insert power. Okay, that goes there. Same even goes here, actually, as well. Ooh, that's a bit problematic, though. Because it's just off. Ooh. Okay, well. That is fixable. I think. Oh, I guess it just has to come up one during this part, I guess. Oh, the belt. I'll take him. I gotta go one more back. Bruh. I'm fairly sure that's where that has to go. Let me attach this to this. And these two go together. That looks about right. And I think that sets it on course with the rest. Yep. Cool. Grateful that could work out. Go ahead and turn these all on. That looks good. And go do the same with this one. Okay. Then one of the few last things to do is to do that for a moment. I guess considering it doesn't really need to be anything special. Oh, actually, yeah, it does, because it has to be filtered. Never mind. It does. Ah! Can't forget where my wrench is. Okay. So that has to be the redstone thing. And the other thing has to be an iron sheet. So I'll be right back. So a couple of filters. Let's see. So one has to be polished redstone quartz. Then one has to be an iron sheet. Simple enough. Hello, phantoms. Okay, so this is the iron sheet. This is the polished redstone quartz. Deposit to, extract from. Cool, that works. Okay, now we got everything connected. I think we're just gonna work on the input belts here last, because I don't want to have any of this stuff come out right now. So I think I'll work my way backwards and then work my way forwards. See, I'm gonna definitely need these. I'm gonna need probably some gears. Gonna need large gears. Gonna probably need some shafts, and I'm also probably gonna need chain drives, and probably some of the small. Oh, already got small gears, and probably some chain drives. Alright, we'll see how that goes. So first spot obvious. That's obvious to me. That's easy. Is these. Forgot the wrench again. Brother. Ay, caramba. Shaft. Gearbox? No. Couldn't be that easy. God forbid that. Okay, that's going, that's good. Okay, gotta figure out how to get you guys all nice and geared up. I guess it'd just be shaft, and gearbox. And then to get you powered. How in the world am I getting you powered? I have no clue. I guess maybe we could just do chain drives. Not like that, though. And then if I can get a... Ow. And I just gotta get a chain gearbox gear in there. Sick. Round robin, forced round robin, first target. Doesn't really matter because it's only getting one of each anyway. Alright, before I continue, I want to make sure this thing is nice and repaired. Last thing I want is this thing breaking on me. Alright, real quickly, what's on my mind before I continue any further. Or one of these. Sorry, that crap broke. I'm actually gonna leave that bare because I don't want it to... I guess it wouldn't matter because, I mean, it works regardless. I hope. Oh, I still gotta put a chute there, right? Almost forgot. And that should go straight into the chute. Okay, that works. Alright, so first I should do... Okay, so the iron isn't even ready yet, so I can go ahead and put this hooked up. So I already know that these two can be easily hooked up. That's real easy. Chain, chain, chain. These two are simply just a couple chain drives and then a shaft. I need one of these. Okay. And then remember I noticed this earlier. This is really easy to attach. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess I can go ahead and just start getting this stuff processed. See, I don't need these anymore for the moment. Looks good. I think I just want to split. I don't think I want it to round robin. I want it to kind of be like a split idea. Okay, well that's going. Let's go and get the redstone going now so that stuff can start processing. I would like to think it's a gearbox. Before I do, I don't have my wrench handy. Actually, no, let me just do this first. Let me just make sure this thing actually is going in the right direction before I do anything crazy. That's what I thought. That's what I thought would happen. Big deer. That's better. And round robin. Cool. Did that actually work? It's working. Only problem is trying to figure out how to get this thing to work now. Is that even close enough? It's not. Alright, underneath the machine then. Then some casing. Ah! Casing. Is it just too full? I don't get what's wrong. Ow. It's not just gonna go anywhere anyway, so. Alright, let's clear out the machine, or let's clean up my hotbar real quick. That should be fine. Well, that worked as I supposed. Mind if I place one underneath? So it does connect. That kind of makes this whole process a bit easier to connect now. Right. So I gotta make 2 of these. So it should go boom. Boom. I guess I only needed the one. Whoops. It's not like it's not 15 blocks. Alright, what am I to understand by the grindstone drain? Right click, mechanical grindstone. Oh, it's actually a pump side. Oh, and I can't see it because of everything. Yikes. Alright, turn it off. Kind of forgot about that part. Yeah. Sadly enough, that still actually kind of works for my machine. These away for now. Actually, no, let me do something real quick before I continue with this madness. That'll just save me some heartache. Is that really all the gearboxes I have? No. Fair enough. It does make that one trying to figure out how to get him connected harder, but what are you gonna do? So I think it's still the same idea, except it just has to come out one. That's all. And this thing. And pipe. 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 Ow. And then basically the same concept. I guess that does work, yeah. Oh, it actually has to go the other way. Dude. Okay. Wait, what? I really hate that thing about this drain side thing. I wish it was just under the bottom. Oh, it's not dragging in the way I want it to drag in. Fudge. Hey, Jake. How you doing? Thanks a lot, but no thanks. If you're actually gonna do that, just do it. Wish you the best choice. Chilling so far, man. Trying to figure out how to get this machine to work at the moment. Sure is being a pain in the keister. Alright, well, something has to be redone, unfortunately. Not much, like I said, man. You just kind of see what's going on, actually. How about you? Right, I'm just gonna put everything back, because I need to figure this out. case this back up. Fair enough, fair enough. Has it been good so far? Well, got an idea. Yep. At least you're honest. Why is that? Oh, dash darn it. Okay. I was like, yeah, that'd be a problem on your side, but fair enough, I guess. Okay. Go and send this back on the belt. Well, I don't exactly know what to tell you on that note, to be honest with you. I have an extra piece of wood from somewhere and I don't know where. Oh! I wasn't thinking. Trying to figure out how to do these redstone diodes from the current machinery I have. They're basically electron tubes that allow me to create other things, which again will progress the game in a meaningful way. Having a stockpile of them will be nice. It'll make things go a lot faster. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to actually get the redstone to do what I need it to do. I'll put this here for now. But part of that first operation is going to be getting a belt to go here. All right. And then I gotta figure out how to have grindstones here, which, now that this is here, may actually be a lot simpler. Now that I'm looking at it. Ooh. Then, swaparoo. Swap that down. So technically the belt could extend, so actually this is fine. Ooh. Mouse and keyboard. Unless I have to use a controller. That all just depends on situation. Round robin. We don't got enough influx to really be panicking about that problem. Okay, so now I can use a shaft and a gearbox to go the opposite direction. Mouse and keyboard. I find the quick attunement of controls a lot easier than, or a lot better in my opinion than the other version. At the end of the day, it is each to their own, as I would always say to people. If you like one versus the other, don't listen to me. Huh. Wait, is that just casing? Oh, that is just casing. Huh. Does that work in my favor, though? Alright, let's try one thing first. Let's try one thing at a time. Okay, so that's going in the right direction. Now, how do we get you to go in the right direction? So I like what this is doing. Just not doing it the right way I want it to right now. What about you? Do you prefer mouse and keyboard or controller? Here we go. Fudge! Thank God. So I think that's all I needed. Now we just gotta twist this buckaroo around. So that gets that going. Yeah. Then we gotta put a shaft here. And then I think another gearbox. So it sounded like it worked. It did. Okay. Now we gotta get this thing working. Which should be as simple as... Just gonna use up this gearbox real quick. Actually, I might need that. Let me actually take that back. Gearbox, twist, and then an actual gear. There we go. And then to get you going, should be shaft and then large gear. Shaft, large gear. Yay! It's working. Put all this stuff away. Okay. I'm gonna move these, and we're gonna figure out the next section. So the next section now is to get all this combobulatory stuff connected. Which is gonna take a moment. I guess the first things first, I guess we'll start over here. This is set to round robin, right? Yes. So, for now, it should be as simple as a couple of gears and a shaft. Here. Then gonna need a handful of these. Get those going. Good. And then we'll see if this one's gonna be the one I need. Shaft. I also like a block at the other edge, just in case something goes wrong. Last thing I want is this thing to go flying off the edge. That's what I thought. Sounds like they're working. They are getting their redstone. Then I would imagine it's just few gears to get this working. So I know like this gets that rolling. Ah. And that'll be the issue. So I need to go in the opposite direction. Right? No, actually, I need these to go in the opposite direction. Think. So I think these all just need to keep going like that. Yeah, they do. They just need to all go the same direction. So I think this has to be that. These two have to be this. And then this just has to be a gear. That does seem to be the answer. We have electron tubes automated. Let's go. Thank God. That took so freaking long. That's so cool to watch. They aren't the fastest thing in the world, but it is a blip, 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 blip. That's so cool. Before I leave... Nope, didn't mean to do that. That's what I meant to do. That's so cool to watch. I gotta wait for the train to come back for the zinc train, but that'll come back in its own time. I mean, the copper train, but that'll come back in its own time. That's so cool. Alright, well, that's all automated. Alright, so I don't need this, this, or this. I think we're good. The next one for electrum is going to be much more difficult. Because the whole process has to go down to get this going is going to require a lot of kit caboodle. And I'm also noticing I don't have a lot of room to work in, so I might have to just do it underneath all the machines. Oh, that took how long? An hour? It took an hour? An hour? You gotta be kidding me. So to make electrum, that starts off with the combining of heated mixer, which I can just use the lava I already have now, because that stuff's not being produced fast enough to even run the one. So, I mean, it is being produced fast enough to run the one. It's being produced actually too much. So gold's already good. We already have gold, which will come in probably from the center lane. From the left lane, I think we'll have the glowstone, and then from the right lane will be the quartz. That sounds good. I hope that's good. That being said, to get glowstone requires this whole process and shenanigans of making carnonite. Which means we gotta make carnonite, which is the haunting of yellow zoltanite. Yes. Okay. So I guess my first step then will be making zoltanite. Or yellow zoltanite. Which is yellow mastic resin and lava. Alright, let's go make some yellow mastic resin. Let's make this stuff again. which is block of mastic resin, which is yellow mastic paste, which comes from... There it is. Comes from mastic resin, which comes from compacting wheat, sugar, and slime balls. And to get enough to actually make a bucket worth, I think is 9. And then this only makes, what, 250? So I have to make times 4 of... I have to make 4 blocks. Which means I have to make 36 resin. Which means I need to make 36 of these. Alright, well, let's first work on the sugar and slime balls. We'll come back to the seeds, because that's going to be a headache. Let's put these away. Chuck wood out. Chuck that in here. So slime balls, I should have quite a few left over from my last project. I do. So 36. And I need 36 sugar. Alright, then I need 36 times 3. The seed count. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then to make this has to be a heated compacting mixer. And just so I don't end up making what I don't want, I am going to quickly grab a filter. The last thing I need to do is this thing causing issues. Okay. Alright, so I gotta do a heated smasher. Which means I'm going to need a temporary shaft. Temporary shaft. Yeah. Down the belt. That there. Just that round. Okay. So I should only make the mastic resin. Okay, everything's in there. Nothing's heatable right now. I'll say attempt to just use sticks. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. That should be enough time. Get it done. Alright. Clear that out. That back. And put this back to normal. Oh. Alright, back to normal. Okay, then I have to... I know I have to come back doing more, but at least that gets me started. So now I have to melt these, right? Okay, I'm allowed to just go ahead and do that then. Do I have 8? Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I could technically make a yellow dye. D-I-Y. Or D-Y-E. So it's just mixing a yellow with a water. That's easy enough. So I just need a fan. Do I have an excess fan? Nope. There it is. Andesite, 4 sheets. Shaft. Casing. Take those back for the moment. I should be able to just use a crank. I don't see why I shouldn't. Then I'm gonna need a few blocks. I'm gonna need, or not even a few blocks, a couple blocks, and then some type of metal bar. Then a crank. And then 4 yellow dye. Which I don't seem to have anywhere close at hand. I'll bring those back in a minute. 1 bucket of water. Oh, where do I want to set up this area? Actually, I guess I could just set it back here. That'd work. Couple of iridium. Wait, no. I remember I gotta leave space. Metal bar. Fan. And the crank. Water. Should be done in just a few seconds. 1 bucket of yellow dye. And the mastic resin. Wait, other way. Okay, I'm actually a separate block here just so they don't go flying away. The problem is I can't see anything. But I pay attention to like the corner of my screen just to see what's happening. Come on, said it worked. There we go. Okay. Then I gotta press it into the actual goo balls. And these get smashed and compacted into the cubes. Right on. Let's plan making glass automated out of this whole machinery. There's a lot that comes out of this that actually gets automated because of all this. With like white blocks, you get quartz, you get the redstone tubes, you get electricity going, you get iron, all the of course all the different metals. But there's so much that comes out of it. Loop. Put away the bucket. Shaft. And smasher. Then and then these have to then get heat mixed into the actual liquid. As far as I know, if I throw these in there right now, it won't do anything, right? Alright, good. Happy days. Should only need a couple of these. That'll do. And 1 bucket of yellow mastic resin. That definitely took a minute. That also needs to go back, because there's nothing on it at the moment. I'm gonna get that on my hand before I spill that stuff and ruin some stuff in here. Okay, so got the stuff for yellow zoltanite. Trying to think, do I want to just make it 1 block at a time? Probably, because of the way this stuff works. Same time, extruders. Do I have an extra one lying around? I mean, it's not like I don't have the money for them. As far as I remember, I think they're like 1 or 2. That would save me like a lot of hassle. Oh. Seems the bumblebee thing got in here. It's only 1. That's fine. That's worth the price of admission. Alright, so that goes into a machine. That'll extrude out zoltanite. So let's go set that. So that's going to be ready to go with lava. Let me go grab that real quick. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Bit of lava. Sweet, I kind of want to see something. I know I've attached like a whole new set of machines. How is the stress doing? Oh, just another 10,000 down. We're good. We ain't gone yet. Okay, so that's all good. That's the extruder for the zoltanite. I know that I'm gonna need multiple haunters. So that's 1 haunter, 2 haunters for the soul sand. How exactly do you get this stuff? Bulk washing. That's gonna be another thing too. I'm also gonna somehow find a way to redivert the gold back onto the gold belt, which isn't hard, but it is going to be a pain. Ugh. But it should be easy. It should be. It's just gonna take some time. I just gotta figure out how to get it on the machine. I guess just with like a chest and stuff. It should work. It'll just deposit it back onto the belt. And that way I don't have to worry about any excess gold coming in. Ugh, because I know that takes that part of that to become into the electrum. Yeah. So. Okay, so these need 1 bulk counter for this, 1 bulk counter for the carnonite, and then for glowstone, I'll just have to grind it down. Okay. Which, oh, no, I won't. This just comes from the sand. Okay, so that's easy. And then the sand will just get diverged into haunting and smelting, so I can have half of it get smelted into glass, the other half gets turned into... Yeah, okay, that works. So I am gonna at least need 3 fans, I think? 2 haunters and 1 smeltery? That sounds right. It's amazing what sounds right, but is it right? That's the question. I think so. So I'm gonna definitely need a couple of... So I definitely know I'm gonna need 3 fans. I'm going to need 1 blasting catalyst and 2 haunting catalysts. Which comes from the seething. There's a seething catalyst? Frick is seething? Bulk superheating device compatible mods content. Well, apparently that ain't something, because I don't got it unless you have to buy it. Yeah, okay. fair enough, I guess. Anyways, my goal was to make a... So I gotta make 3 of these. Which is gonna require 12 gates and 12 brass. 6 of these. And about 12 of these. I'm pretty sure it's actually in the opposite direction. Right. Wrong place for those. Okay, then I gotta make 2 soul campfires, which I think takes soul soil. Right. Oh no, you just place soul sand in here. Cool. I will not lick the gift horse in the mouth. I would have figured you'd put something else in there. Okay, then for the blasting catalyst, it's a bucket of lava. So let me real quickly go grab another lava bucket. That being said, I don't know if I'm actually going to be getting this done today. So I know how much time it usually takes for me to get all these materials together. It takes like an hour or 2. Alright. Seething catalyst. Or no, blasting catalyst, haunting catalysts. It gives me 3 fans I gotta make. Which is always so much fun. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, so for fans... What did I do with the brown one? Wait, is it still up here? I know last time I think I used it was up here. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, actually, I think I used it down here, didn't I? There it is. Can't believe I almost forgot about that thing. Alright then. So, place these down real quick so I can have my materials around me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Then I'm gonna need 12 sheets. Balance the grid. There you go. Okay, that's 3 fans. And then I also need some grinding wheels, right? So I know this gets haunted into this. This then gets ground down into its components. And then afterwards, do I wash or do I grind the sand? No, we're definitely not grinding. We're washing, right? Yes, we're washing. Okay. So I only need 1 set of grinding wheels for this entire recipe. Which is nice. Which means I need... 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of these. A piece of stone, if I can find it amongst all this stuff. And a piece, 4 pieces of wood. That'll do it. Just might do a couple of wheels. Alright. Wood, 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 wood. Stone. Bump, 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 bump. Perfecto. Just a couple of wheels. Then, okay, so I was giving the crushing wheels to crush down the zoltanite, or the carnonite. Then the carbonite gets crushed. Some of it gets blasted. Some of this gets washed. They just get belted off into their own area to get mixed. Which is definitely going to be a rough situation, but whatever. Huh. Anyways, so after that, after they get crushed, then they get washed. Haunted into... Some gets haunted, some gets blasted. Then this stuff gets washed into the stuff that gets deferred. I think that's everything. I still gotta make a mixture, though. Unless I happen to have one. But that never seems to be the case, you know? Because, you know, I just don't have that kind of stuff. And just to clarify, it does take a heated mixer. Yes, I am about to make a blast. I'm about to make one of those... whatchamacallits. Whose name I have forgotten. For these. That should equal a blaze burner. And then the mixer itself. Just takes 1, 2. And about 5 sheets. And then it takes a gear and a crate. Oop, gear, wrench, whisk. Perfect. And then that's the whole heated setup for that. So... I think that's everything. Yeah. Surprisingly enough. Can have them on hand. In the event that I need some type of filtering out. Take these with me in case I need them. Take this in case I need a gear. Just to use it up. Anything else? What do you mean reconnecting? Yeah, I was like, I know what it's saying. Yeah, okay. Anything else? I don't think so. I think we are good. There's something I actually wanted to see about these things. Because they say that they power on with redstone. I'm just very curious about how much brightness they actually accrue. Oh, that's cool. I don't necessarily know if it's worth the price for admission, though. Those don't belong there either. Is there anything else you have to create that doesn't belong in here? Doesn't look like it. I think I put those in there originally because they couldn't fit in here anymore. But now that I'm kind of slowly decreasing all my stuff, they could finally fit. I may actually go out there and use these linear chassis to build with. Same with like the gantries and stuff. That might help clear out some of the inventory in here. This isn't even a create item. These aren't create items. Is there anything else in here that's not a create item? I just chucked in here because why not? Alright, cool. Definitely gonna need those for this. And of course I'm also gonna need you. Well, I might be able to get the Zoltanite, or not Zoltanite, but the Electrum done today. Hey, the other one's back. Nice. So, yeah, based on all these lines, I'm thinking I might have to do it underneath, just so I have the space, because I know I'm gonna need a bit of space for all this madness. Thankfully, the belts can come down at an angle. Alright, I guess we'll start with the gold. That's kind of the first section of stuff I need to get going here. Which is right there. I'm just gonna go and place these right here for now, since it's fairly close. So these belts for now. So I definitely know this has to go straight for a couple of At least for 2 of them. And then they can go down after that to go wherever I want them to. Go there, you go there. And then I definitely want them to go down quite a bit. It's fine. So I definitely know these have to get smashed into a... Oh, actually, I forgot about that. These actually have to get turned into a ingot. Let me quickly go grab that. Can't believe I forgot that. Also, I need to add stairs to that. If I find any stairs while I'm in there, I might just grab them just to slap them down. Oh, stairs. Do I have any? I have slabs, but that's not really enough. I also have these, like, half steps, I guess. I don't. And I really don't want to create any at the current moment, so... It's fine. Right. So I needed a... smasher. I forgot I gotta turn these into ingots before they enter into the rafting rumble. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Okay. So these are gonna come down here. They're gonna go on to here and turn into ingots. For now, until I figure out how I want that to be. And then I do need some gold real quick to quickly turn this into a gold-only situation. Really? Here it is. Alright, just need enough for 1 ingot. Underway then. Actually, while I'm up here, actually, I think I know how to get around this stuff if I need to. Yeah. Wait. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, that kind of sucks. That thing has just enough of a clipping power just to make sure I can't go around it. Okay. So this is eventually gonna go all the way down here. I know that's gonna be a long belt, but I'd rather it be long and make sure it can get to its destination. Oh, I just realized that belt's in the way. Well, I guess I could use a fan here. This might be one of the few instances I actually do use a fan to get this stuff up and out. Because the other option then is that I have to go on the other side. But there's no room over there. So... I'm sure I'll figure something out, but I think I might use a fan here to get them onto a small belt. And then they'll continue on their way. So let's just go ahead and get that set up so I know where that's actually going to go. It won't be the fastest, but I don't exactly expect the electrum to be coming out fast as can be, so... I'm not going to cry over small, unfortunate detail. I guess I can go there. But that does mean that this has to then go... all the way under till it gets to here. Has to go to about there. And that's where that's where a fan will go, that's where a chute will go, and it'll be blown up into the area it needs to go. Okay. Then I need to put down the mixer setup, which I guess can just go right here. So this will be where the... Oh crap, forgot about the blaze itself. Let me go get the blaze. I'll be right back. Actually, I have the gyroscope, right? Yeah. Let me go leave this behind, then I'll go down there. Oop. I really never understand how I think it's so damaged. Anyways. Howdy, kitty. How you doing? Back in there. Push! That's good to hear. Anything interesting going on for you? Doing good. Trying to work on getting these machines going up and running. They have taken their toll. They've been taking a while to get created. Drive-by pickup. Got me my blaze. I think it's that much storage. I did not know that. Try to be. Unfortunately, there's sometimes I'm just not able to. But technically, yes. Ow. Back to the cave. Oh, nope, that's not where I wanted that. That goes there. That goes there. You're from the US? Well, so am I. What part of the US? If you're willing to share, that is. I know that can be quite a bit, I guess, scary to share with people. So I understand if you don't wish to. California. That's a wondrous place. I have family out there. How is it this time of year? Is it warm? Right? I imagine it's gotta be, right? Okay, so that's good. So with these all have to be now sorted out now. That kind of dictates the rest of this. So I believe this is how I'm gonna do it. That seems right. And then I was gonna make sure I collect this. You're also a digital creator. I figured. Your name and the way you're talking kind of reveals. I don't really know the word. It shows. Okay, so that's the gold. So now I gotta get Zoltanite created somewhere along the line. I guess I can just do it right here above it. The way you talk, when you said the what's up, good, what about you, or when you ask how are you, and then you ask me the question, are you a full-time streamer? And then you go with the where you're from, and then you go with other things. I can just usually tell. You guys have a certain way you guys talk. You guys don't really talk human. You guys kind of talk like robots. With all respect, you guys don't really connect too much. You always have like this line after line after line you always say. Some of you guys go a little more beyond than the others, but usually you guys are pretty common. Which I get, you know. I get. I guess we can just create the Zoltanite over here, because I know I'm going to need some space, but I don't want like a lot of space either. I have been a streamer since, what, 2002? Or not 2002. 2022. 21, 22. Sorry. So about a couple of years now. Let's see. How many blocks do I have? Let me go grab some temper or some... Well, no, I'll just use that stuff. It's fine. It's not gonna kill me. I guess I might as well just go and just use the gold smasher for this. As part of, like, the, blockage. What, during that time? Yeah, I can't exactly say for the same reasons as I'm doing it, but yeah, you're right. There were a lot of people doing it at that time. And many people got bigger because of it. Some people got smaller. It was all its own little unique system then. Oh, right. I don't know why that did not connect earlier. Okay. Anyways. Alright, so that's where I'll put rotation. Alright, let's go and get those buckets out of lava and mastic resin and start getting that stuff popped down for its use. So this will be the mastic. This will be the lava. You were also a streamer then? Twitch? YouTube? Or Twitch, or... I guess Twitch was only the one, right? Oh, on Kick, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so this has to haunt. So I guess I can haunt this direction. And then I can pick it up off of this side of the belt, or the other side of the belt. Probably on this side, since this has to go this way anyway. So we will just do that, I think. Should be a good way to transfer. So Haunter. Go ahead and case all these up again. Yeah. If I was to take a guess, you do banners, logos, graphic art design stuff, basically. If I was to take a decent guess in the dark. So I know I brought a fan with me. Okay. Now that gets blown that way. Now, I think I can do this, where basically I just take this. I figured. How's that been going well for you? Thankfully, I don't need to worry about the gold, so I can put the belts like this and it'll be okay for the grind wheels. It should be. So my idea was basically to add a chute. Then add a funnel. And then we go ahead and... So this is turning into carbonite. Oh wait, no, actually I need to do it on the other side. Dang it. So the thing about it is, you're not the first to offer it to me, and definitely won't be the last. I've always told them I'm good, I just don't need it. Or I don't want it. It's probably the right word. Much as I appreciate the opportunity, I'm good. Place that there. Place this here. Place this here. Place this, which is carnonite, in here. That'll filter that off into this realm. And I also need to get another funnel for this real quick. Boop. Place that there. So that goes there. That gets deposited onto the belt once it turns into carnonite. And this gets extended. Okay, so this is where the grind wheels are going to have to go. Yeah, you're right. People can do that. That doesn't mean it will happen, though. From what I've experienced and done my research into it. I've done my own research on my own time, and it's a gamble. Most of the time. They help, sure, but it's not that big of a help as much as it would seem. So, it's one of the reasons why I don't really worry about it. And for the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing are beyond that reasoning as well. So it's kind of hard to do. Yeah. Some people also like the calmness, though, as well, from what I've seen as well. At least in a very... That's not objective, but it's a very... What's the word? Subjective belief? Yeah. Alright, so those are going the right way. Good. So now, these need to be now somehow connected, but for now that's going to go like that. I'll worry about that part later. Might have to use one of these as well for that help. Okay, so that gets ground out into sand and glowstone. Once it gets haunted into carnonite, dropped onto this belt. Gets haunted into carnonite. Ground down into sand and glowstone. Oh, I know who you are. I don't want it. That's all. I don't need this anymore. I've already kind of figured that part out. I figured that part out. Don't think I need the grindstones anymore. But if I do, I know where to find them. So that gets ground down into its counterparts, which is sand and glowstone. Glowstone, I want it to come along to the right here somehow. Which may mean a chest system. Nope. And yes, it's yes and no, but no, it's not a budget issue. It's not that I couldn't get the money to do it. It's just I just don't want it. That's all. It's not a budget issue. So that goes there. I do wish you the best. Hope you can find somebody to work with, though, for what it's worth. Place this here and here. Well, that's understandable. By the way, for what it's worth, I can't see what you're saying, by the way. Okay, so those go there. That's fine. Then... this is gonna do some funky things to get there. Huh. That is gonna be difficult. Very difficult. Because I know that'll be the glowstone. Actually, I wonder if I should just have it go underneath and go on the other side and make this the make this the proper side. Because I'm looking at this now, it's looking quite hectic to get that stuff to work out right. Then again, the gold's over there, so... I guess that's fine. Yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. So that goes underneath. That goes over here. No, I'm sorry. I just don't need it. Or I don't want it. No. I'm sure you're a trustworthy worker. You seem like it. I just don't want it. That's all. So I think I might just be able to use a fan system on this and just have it blow the gold to where it needs to go, and just gotta find out which one. It's on this belt right here. So this goes here. Onto the second belt. Here. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Okay. Before I do that, I may want to make sure to have that work first. But the idea is right. So we'll have that off into its own place. For now, I'm going to borrow this just so I can see where I'm going. It only needs to be that far. And then I don't think I'm making that much gold from this. This is just additional revenue that I'm having on excess that'll just away. Let's see. So that's good. That's good. So this part is going to be the sand. So that gets turned to carbonite. That gets crushed into sand. Sand and then glowstone. Glowstone will get diverted that way. Sand will get diverted underneath, which can then be haunted. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Oh, this is for the gold, right? This is for the gold. I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to tell me, but any idea? No ideas yet. No really ideas to change when I'm gonna change it. No, not when I'm gonna change anything. Okay, maybe this is not a great idea at the current moment while I'm doing all this. I wonder if it has to come down here. So I'm thinking this has to come down here instead. These then have to be separate. Ah. So I blow the fan from this side, which may be good, may not be good, but this becomes the haunting catalyst. No. This becomes haunting catalyst. This becomes the fan next to it. And then that'll allow me to adjust it. If I just need it straight or not, I can change it. Then there'll be a couple tunnels here, which also will be the other fan and the blasting catalyst. Oh, wait. Oh, that sucks. Because I was hoping to lead that back. I guess I still could. I just go up instead. Because I kind of do the same thing I have to do here, which is basically make a belt. Because it's all been Kabotch now. Alright, let's go and get that set up then. Ow. 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 Take that back. Okay, that lied. I should only need the one, so for now. And those connect. These then get placed. And well, since there's nothing on these currently, there's no reason not to go and get this done now. And that's where the fan will go. Well, sadly enough, this actually kind of works just barely because of where everything is. And I guess if I place it there, I could just put a chute here and then put a block here and put another belt here. I'm just going to have to go in the opposite direction, but that's fine. Of course. I had no problem considering you guys. That's not supposed to be like that. I appreciate you as well. So I think this is where the tube will go. Maybe. And then this is where I'll do all the fanning work. Yeah, I can put the fan a couple blocks ahead of it, and that'll be a good spot for it. Go ahead and attach this to the side. Looks good. And those will be... So that one's fine, because that'll only get filtered anyway. So that can just be an andesite chute without any, or funnel without any issues. The other one, on the other hand, will have to be filtered to make sure it only ever gets the glass. So that'll be the glass bin. Which means the fan and the catalyst will go here and here. Provided I can actually face the right direction. And then that'll be glass. Or that'll be a filtered option. It's been nice to meet you as well, Kitty. I do wish you the best and hope pray that you get some services to work on today. Don't need these anymore, still need the fans. Glass. Alright, so that's selected as glass. That'll fan into glass, which will be a nice addition to everything else. And then... Okay, I'm gonna take a nap real quick. I don't want the storm to burn anything down. Put that away. So, I'm going to turn this, then this has to go to at least here. Then this can actually go up finally. So this goes to here. This goes to here. And these go to... This goes to its final destination. Perfecto. I'll connect all this up. That looks good. And then that's where the tunnels will come in, so that way I can deposit everything. I will go ahead and do this real quick just to make it look... I have extra shafts. I eventually just need to create more of these blocks on credit. But until then, I'm not exactly in a hurry. Okay. And then this will be the whole... Or that will be the tunnel up into this. Speaking of which, it probably needs to be brought back a bit. Ooh. I guess the tunnels can just go here. These aren't that big a deal. So yeah, that's fine. I can just go back a bit. That works. Looks good. That's where the fan will go. And then this has to go here. And then after I gotta select a filter for it. Which are golden nuggets. Have fun with that. Okay, then the tunnels have to go down, which then get filtered into their own items. Hello, Mr. Enderman. Probably just gonna change these out for that anyways. I don't need those anymore. Oh, these are not the tunnels. Actually, I guess I could just do this. Yeah, it's fine. It's just gonna be hard to reach in that spot where I gotta put a filter on the back for the golden nuggets. Golden nuggets. This is for the sand. Yeah, that's for the sand. Ooh, wait, actually I have to separate that into 2 slots. Don't I? Because I don't think I'm done yet. Yeah, because that... Yeah, you do? So that turns into yellow mastic resin. Mastic resin turns into cardinite. Cardinite then gets onto this belt. Cardinite then gets ground down into glowstone and sand. Glowstone goes over here. Sand comes down, turns into soul sand on this belt. Soul sand has to get... Wait, what? So I definitely know that this stuff gets crushed into sand. Sand then gets haunted into soul sand. I think the soul sand still has to get washed. Fudge. No thank you. I do appreciate you going 2 times around. Appreciate that. Hard worker. It's a good thing. Still gotta wash this stuff, huh? Well, that kind of puts me in a bit of a pickle. Man, I wish I could haunt and wash. Problem is I can't, because if I wash the sand, then it'll turn into gold. The only option I have is I have to wash it one at a time. Which sucks. Unless there's some way I can turn it into that on the belt somewhere. Problem is, I don't think I can. There's not really a way to break it up so that I make sure it only gets sand. Ooh, boy. Alright, well, that's what I gotta do. It's what I gotta do. Alright, so let me go make a washing setup. Or I'll do that later. I know I gotta make a washing setup. So I know this gets washed. This gets turned into everything. So it gets turned into gold. So it gets washed. Right. So the soul sand gets washed. Quartz will go down the left side. Go up into the basin. The gold will go straight. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, so there really isn't a way to do this then. To have glass be in operation. Okay. Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. I just have to grab it off of this belt. I just grabbed it off the wrong belt. Not bad. I just grabbed it off the wrong belt. Alright, you want to be a piece of crap? Come on. Where'd you go? Well, it was an Enderman. He decided to go walk away. Bro, I just got down there to face you and then you freaking walked away. It tried. Didn't do very well. Give me a second. That's fine. Okay. So now that I know I can't do that, so the sand actually has to get separated down here somewhere. Which my thought would be then would be here. I don't even know if that works though. Ooh. Dadgummit. Casing. I think it has to get separated here. It does seem like it. Oh, that's right, but I actually have to do this for the tunnels. Boo. So that should work. Yeah, there's flaps there. And then I can just block this off to prevent problems. It doesn't even need to be here. Oh, it doesn't even need to be there. Round robin. Can't forget this part also needs it as well. So it doesn't really matter what comes in, as much as it just matters what goes out. So glowstone comes on this end. Sand will be over here. And then this gets round robined. Perfect. That goes up there. And then this gets put on the belt. Alright. I'm gonna quickly repair this thing and then I will continue. Alright, so that allows sand now to come to its own destination. That fixes that issue. Which means this actually fixes this issue. Because I was actually going to sit here and get worried for a minute about how the heck this was actually going to get proceeded. Gold nugget goes on the other side. As far as I know, I don't have to tell it which one goes where. And then this one is going to be the nether quartz. Correct? Which does get washed, but that's fine. I'll live with it. And then just to make sure that nothing else comes out of here except nether quartz and gold. Cool. And then that goes there, that goes there. Just gonna make sure to put those things on the other side. So I at least need 3 fans, 4 fans, and a water catalyst. Should be easy enough. I guess let me go and put up everything. I don't need any of this anymore. Let's go put up all this stuff as well. So 4 fans and a water catalyst. Let's see, 4 bars. 4 brass. Turn that into that. I gotta get a water bucket. Be right back. It's the water catalyst. Then I need 4 fans. Put away the bucket. As far as I know, I don't need these anymore, but I'm gonna keep them around. Don't need you. Don't need you. I don't need these pearls either. And I just need 16 iron sheets. And then those turn into the fans. Perfect. Now I can go place all these. I'm very surprised at how much this thing has been running in the background. It's been an infinite running system. It's very surprising. Just doesn't stop running. Alright. So this goes here. These 2 go over here. And then there needs to be a washing catalyst. I guess just right here. Which means I need to place this, this, and then that. It's not the most best washing catalyst, but I don't really have a choice here in the matter. Just because of the way everything's set up, so. But at least it'll get haunted and it will get washed, so. That's all that matters. So beyond that, I think that's everything. I think everything just has to get connected up. Which means I'm probably going to be working my way backwards. Because I refuse to work forwards on this. So, actually, let me actually go quickly grab some more chain drives and stuff and refill my boxes. And then we'll come back and finish this. Boom. Oh, it's R. Alright. First things first is some chain drives. Some gearboxes. 3 stacks of chain drives. I don't know how these things keep ending up on this belt. How the heck are these ending up on the belt? Alright. Not like sure what's causing that to happen, but it shouldn't be happening. Another stack of chain drives. Looks good. 2 stacks of those. Gears aren't being produced, that's a bit weird. Let's go see what's going on in the gear production. Well, gears are being thrown down there. Oh. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Three stacks of big gears. Three stacks of small gears. Oh, I do have cases already automated. Oh. Well, good. Forgot I automated these. And then last but not least, some extra shafts. I think I'm running low on shafts. Not running low on flint, tell you that. And then I'm not worried about andesite alloy. In fact, now that I've actually fixed that problem, this thing's actually mass producing much more than it actually needs. Which is good. Means it's always catching up. 40 cobblestone. I mean, somehow that cobblestone's not causing any issues, but I don't know how that cobblestone got in the machine. So it has something to do with like the lava generator. Just because the way it's working, it's not working as I thought it would. Because the last problem I had was the haunting issue, or the cooking issue. It wasn't being smelted fast enough. So I had to slow down the wheels. So I don't exactly know what the excess cobblestone came from. But whatever. It's working and that's all that matters. Also extra cogwheels. Also, by the way, the tree bark actually doing okay. Surprisingly enough, yes. Surprisingly enough, yes. Well, at some point I will decide to go ahead and turn that onto paper. Maybe automate paper production. Because it should be easy to make paper, right? From wood bark. Says you can mix it, you can wash dirty paper, or you can just press sugarcane into paper. I'll probably just do the automated. Just bleh, be done with it. Because I don't really know what else this stuff can be used for. Oh, you can also make organic compost. Interesting. The only problem is I don't need organic compost for that kind of dirt. Anyways, restocked. That's what my goal was. My goal was to restock. La-da-dee, la-da-doo. Alright, little buddy, let's get all this stuff finished up. So, working backward. Just gonna place these here for now. So, gearboxes. Chain drives. large cogs, small cogs. So I guess actually I kind of do need to start from the front. As much as I don't want to, I kind of need to. I guess it's not like anything's gonna go anywhere. Yeah, it's not like anything's gonna go anywhere if I start from the front. That's pretty easy. So those all go that way. Oh, I forgot. That's right. I haven't set up the those things yet, so I'm good. Nope, didn't think so. I didn't think so at all. That's why I brought these things. So I could use them up.